smoke another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, skrilling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline trip. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. He's joined by Spin Rax, young Chris. Happy birthday, young Chris.
Shout out.
Old Chris.
Yeah, old Chris. Fresh cut Chris.
Fresh cut Chris.
All right, it's your birthday.
Yeah,
it's your birthday. You can say one thing with zero repercussions. What do you want to say?
Spencer, you're my best friend here.
Thanks.
Fuck you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You're my best friend here too, Chris.
I mean, look, this man Spencer, yeah, I gotta shout him out.
It's true.
I gotta shout him out. This man
We
Spencer.
think LeBron hitting?
Oh yeah,
Hook the boy up.
I got him the
Hey.
LeBronacy. I ordered it, or I went down to the liquor store and bought it, and she was like, "You big LeBron fan?" I was like, I mean, I like LeBron. I'm not like it's not for me though. I'm definitely not a Hennessy fan either. But
I'm not a Hennessy fan either.
I had a phase of Henny. Like everybody's got a phase. Chris never left his Henny phase.
Dude, I never left it. Never.
He's appropriating culture.
I have no plans on leaving it. I do like whiskey though nowadays, like Maker's Mark. You know,
I'm not
Jameson.
a dark liquor guy.
Okay.
I'm
used to be.
I used to be. I used to drink whiskey and
I used to be a vodka guy.
I mean, I was a dark liquor guy when I was buying $7 fifths of R&R. Like, does
Dude,
that make
R&R
me a
is
dark liquor
nasty.
guy?
I mean, Crown Royals. I love Crown Royal.
Crown's good.
Crown's good.
Oh, I could drink Crown.
I'd much rather
straight.
drink tequila than anything else.
Gross.
Like anything else. If
Well,
I'm going to the bar, I'm getting a tequila lemonade.
If I'm not getting the Long Island, I'm usually getting my liquor straight because I'm just not too familiar with drinks.
Whiskey sour.
Whiskey sours,
Whiskey
you would
sour.
like? Yeah,
They're
get an
great.
old fashioned.
Try
Old
that one.
fashions are good. I'll drink an old fashioned.
I
See,
drink
but
old fashions all the time.
Yeah,
Old fashions are gross.
you got to be.
Like it's.
I don't
get
like
it.
my dad just drinks Scotch straight, like
Yeah.
neat Scotch, and that's fucking disgusting to me. I'm like, Dad,
Yeah.
you just sit there and sip on a fucking 3-finger pour of Scotch for. He's like, yeah, goes well with the smoke. I'm like, I mean, you're just a lunatic, dude. I guess you fought in wars, so you're more seasoned than I am, but.
Gotta let the ice melt in there at least if you're gonna go straight whiskey or like old fashioned, like you said there.
Yeah, rough and rowdy tonight for sure. Away fan, need a big win. We're gonna talk about it later. Wings obviously at home against Philly tonight. Alex Lyon in net.
It's pretty hype. We get to see Mechkov.
Yeah, again,
That's where I'm at.
yeah. Hopefully they can get a win.
Yeah. I mean, be clutch, and we owe them. We lost there. I'd like to get that win, but
Need it back.
yeah, we'll talk about it. Maybe talk about the intro because I really only put the NBA Cup stuff. Did I send the Campy picture though? The Campy and Izzo pic. They're both rocking the same Grinch sweater.
There's a video of them. Do you see Campy like bombed
Boss up?
Izzo's interview? Like
No.
he like just sat down and started talking to him. There's a video. It should be in downloads, Chris, if you want to grab the video. It's with the BDE stuff. It's pretty good, dude. These are two legends, man. Like the two most iconic college basketball coaches in the history of the state of Michigan, and they do this every year. Like last year, you know, Izzo was wearing the elf shirt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome to see these two just titans of college basketball.
Yeah, I just respect Izzo. Don't even like big homie anybody either. You know, because he is.
Oh, rough and rowdy. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Nothing.
The show?
Yeah, that's what he used to call Rich and Rare, the rough and rowdy.
Unfamiliar.
R&R, dude, $7 fifth plastic
Like
bottle.
you're gonna fight.
Oh, that was
rough and
disgusting times.
Yeah.
We all did that.
R&R, Black Velvet.
My evolution in don't drink in high school. When I was younger, I'll say that. When I first started drinking, how about that?
Yeah.
It was 99 bananas.
Oh, that's awful.
Awful. I didn't know any better. But you don't have as much bread, so you try and get your money's worth. That's always my mind. Like, let's get something's gonna get you fucked up quicker.
All right,
Ciroc as well.
Pause.
When it was there.
Used to drink a lot of Ciroc.
Ain't no pause.
No,
Man. Everyone drinks Ciroc
no
back
Diddy,
in the day.
you know.
Oh.
The red berry Ciroc, the peach Ciroc.
Peach.
Yeah, but after I became a little older to not just try to flex at parties with my bottle of Ciroc, rough and rowdy, dude, $7 fifth, comes in a little plastic bottle. tastes like death going down, but you don't remember it about halfway through, and you're just good to go, dude.
Fellas,
So gross.
We're on the Jack Sparrow tip. That's what me and my
Captain
friends were on when we
Morgan's?
were young. No,
Admiral Nelson?
Captain was great. Yeah, I'm talking Lady Bly, Admiral Nelson, and have you guys ever heard of Calypso?
Calypso, yeah.
It was a
Calypso's
liter
gross.
for like $10. You would get a liter, and like every Friday we'd
What's
be in a
Calypso?
group chat like, who are we splitting the liter with?
Yeah,
and it would
it's
just
rum.
get super. Speaking about rough and rowdy,
Yeah.
it would get electric on Friday nights.
Dude, Admiral Nelson
It was
is
so
so
gross.
bad. It's so bad. Like, have you ever gone back? Like, we were at my friend's. We
sounds
were like
disgusting.
helping my friend's dad like move some stuff in his garage or something, and we go out in the garage where we used to party, and there was a fucking like pint of Admiral Nelson like
Still there.
frosted to the back of the fridge. So we dug it out. We took some
Green
stamps.
Goblin mask.
Oh, dude, it was so gross.
Did y'all go through a fireball phase at all?
No,
No,
I
I never liked it. I mean, my
I
friends would
definitely did
have it,
when
and
I
I
was,
would
like,
drink if it was
19.
there.
Yeah.
I did go through a before it went away for a minute. I don't know if I finally feel old. What the fuck was it called?
Four Loko.
The energy drink.
Four Loko.
Yeah,
Four
Four
Loko.
Loko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four Locos.
Oh,
I
that
saw
got-
Darius. I
that
saw
got you
Darius
messed up.
shotgun a Four Loko one time. That was
It's crazy because you're only supposed to drink like 2 of them or some shit like that back then. You'd be drinking like 4 of them throughout the night. Yeah.
and just like have heart palpitations.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, the Four Locos before they got like regulated by the FDA to take out half of the caffeine that they had.
That's like our generations of like lead.
Yeah,
I survived lead poisoning. I
Like,
survived
yeah.
4 Locos.
There was asbestos in my ceiling. Yeah, well, I was drinking ticking time bombs.
4 out of my
Yeah,
4 a night.
Four Locos were awful.
I saw my boy Sean Kevin. One time I saw him. He was not a drinker at this point in his life. He had like just turned 21, and he was one of those kids that didn't drink before turning 21. So he was like, yeah, sure, I'll kick back. And I've heard about Four Locos. Dude drank, I'm not even kidding you, a quarter of one Four Loko and was just passed out like this, sitting up in a chair. It was terrible.
Hey, I don't do it, dude. Those things were fucking. Those were kill shots for
Put him
sure.
on his fucking
How
ass.
is a LeBron?
LeBron, I think it's just Hennessy.
Just regular Hennessy? He's got a picture of
Just in
LeBron.
in a different bottle with LeBron on the
Yeah.
It's kind of smart.
Maybe
It's literally
LeBron spits
marketing.
in every bottle. Or so.
hey, this is like Draymond Green. I need a little bit of the king in there or whatever. That was crazy.
That shit.
Where was LeBron?
What do you mean?
Where was he? Wasn't he out of the NBA for a bit?
Yeah, so and then,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to talk about that, but I don't know if he's back yet.
I don't
How
know.
does all of this shit with Diddy, this shit with Jay-Z go down? And you know, like LeBron was close with Jay-Z.
Ain't no party.
There's a video of it. Yeah, ain't no party like a blank party. And then these guys are all getting in trouble, going to jail, and LeBron's like, yeah, I need some personal time away.
Okay, to
From
shoot.
the league.
Dude,
Like,
I mean,
what?
the timing on it could
Yes.
not. Allegedly, this is all allegedly. I'm just gonna say that so I don't get.
That's fine. Yeah.
I don't want LeBron lawyers coming after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed 2 games. December 8th, December 13th. He did play the other day in Memphis.
Weird, bro. I was looking hard. Did
Very
someone pass
strange.
away?
Yeah.
Very strange. It could be somebody passed away. It could be.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find anything. Windhorse would be all over that.
It was-
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nobody said nothing.
Nobody
And
said
to be
anything.
fair,
Weird, bro.
listen,
Very
if
weird.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
not gonna
LeBron's attorney for a second here, it could be one of those sabbaticals. Remember, he's done that like in January, February, a couple times where he just goes away for like a month and then he leaves his team high and dry. Like,
I don't
remember when he used to do
remember
that
doing
in
that
Nope.
before.
Miami
I
and
don't know
Cleveland?
before.
Miami and Cleveland, he did it once in each stop.
During the season?
Like during the season, yeah, like January, February.
I don't remember that, dude.
No.
This is the
I,
first.
I promise you. Look it up. Look it up.
I don't know, dude.
Look it up.
I've never heard of that shit.
I don't know.
in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not
some-
going to berate you because
I don't
it's
even
your
know how to
birthday.
look that
but
up.
Motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
He allegedly needed some
trying to figure
stem
bottle
cells or
LeBron
something.
over there.
Trying to defend his LeBronacy for sure.
for
Hey,
sure.
maybe don't open that. If something happens, it could be worth some money. But
No, dude, that's fucking weird. I'm sorry, it's weird.
It's bad
it is.
timing.
And to be honest with you, like 2 days, like just like
Horrible
last
PR.
week, I was like looking like there's something got to be something about his family member or mom.
Fire your
something about
publicist.
something. Nothing.
Fire your publicist.
No.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Brown is, yeah, Ace Menteva. Ace Menteva. I wanted to say Ace. I read it. I just wanted to say Ace
Ace
Ventura,
Ventura.
but
Yeah.
Ace Menteva, Mativia. He says Brown is back, and they won on Sunday. Yeah, they won. He
Yeah,
played on
he's
Sunday
back,
against
but he's
Memphis.
still-
but
He left.
Come on. Like
still lived.
I'm a LeBron guy.
I'm a
like
LeBron guy, too.
I like LeBron. That's bad
weird,
timing.
dude.
Did he go to Turkey? Quick hair transplant? Who knows?
It's
What's
bad
going on
timing.
here? What's going on?
I mean, I'd come out in the open and say what, unless obviously it was someone passing away, God forbid.
Yeah.
LeBron is sensitive about his hairline, though.
Anything, it could be anything.
But, like, with these type of allegations
it's just
floating
bad
around?
timing.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just bad timing.
Fire your
if
publicist.
it's him taking a sabbatical, which
I've never heard of that
apparently
before.
that's the thing.
I promise you he's done it twice.
It's bad
yeah,
timing on his part. He shouldn't have done it now.
I think he thought maybe the NBA Cup. Everybody, look over here. It's the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
And then he just snuck out the back
Because
door.
we know how tight he was with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Obviously,
He's
there's
had
a
to
video out there floating
make
around.
sure some people didn't escape his dungeon. Allegedly.
Maybe he had to go interview or get like you know,
Tying some loose ends.
Could be
by the
talking.
police. Oh, like snitching.
Could be talking to them peoples.
He was just bumping Gunner recently.
Not gonna lie,
He
he
was
likes
bumping
Gunna.
Gunna.
He likes Gunna. I mean, would you say LeBron would be more apt to talk or more apt to not talk?
For sure, talk.
I think he's gonna talk.
LeBron's
right?
for sure.
Yeah, like,
And to
I
be
mean,
honest with you, bro, he got way too much to lose.
that dude's he's got his kids to worry about now. He's like, I can't get suspended. My son's finally in the NBA.
Yeah.
And here comes somebody 45. Jordan would never snitch.
Yeah, like Jordan would never snitch. I mean, Jordan did kind of snitch, didn't he? Like,
Yeah, he
quit
absolutely,
basketball for
he
a
absolutely
year
would
so he
snitch.
didn't get killed by the mob
His
or
dad.
something. Yeah.
Allegedly.
That was crazy.
That's the rumor.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
We got the La haters.
So hopefully,
shit.
hopefully we're all just making stuff up, and hopefully there wasn't a death in his family. I wish every
Nick, you
Nick, that was wild. But hopefully LeBron is fine, but I mean,
Everyone knows the rumors.
the first all-time point scored says it. No, LeBron. Like I think
for
LeBron's
sure.
the GOAT, but could be talking to the people right now. I'm just saying, crazier things have happened.
It's just very weird. Timing.
Very, very weird timing.
And I'm okay. There's you. There's me. Nick, have you heard this sabbatical?
There's
Nick
no
is talking about?
sabbatical.
Chris talking about?
Yes.
No.
Look it up.
Chris
Never.
is-
He did it.
LeBron's people
If,
must
if,
have cleared out
I
a
promise
PR.
you, I promise you, if I knew how to spell sabbatical, I would have looked it up.
Okay, I got you.
Try siesta.
I got you.
Chris,
siesta.
Chris, is,
LeBron's seasonal siesta.
Chris is deep on La Cover Up right now.
He's running La PR for sure.
For sure, out of the PR.
I just got a text from Draymond, actually.
It was actually taped to the bottom of the Hennessy bottle. I didn't even buy that. Some stranger dropped it off to me and said, "Give this to Chris."
It's a note
You
that
gotta
says
burn the
if you want to
receipt.
see your family again.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Okay, I'm gonna look
weird
up.
timing.
I'm gonna get the sabbatical dates. Give me
I'm
a second.
just
I
saying-
got you.
for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
How do you spell sabbatical?
it's like I think two B's, right? Or no?
Is it D or T? Sabbatical or sabbatical?
Okay,
I
Nick,
think
your turn.
it's-
I
No
suck at
way,
spelling.
dude. I'm not even giving this
Nick,
go.
it's your turn. You gotta go.
S-A-B-A.
SABA
N-A-N-A-S.
5 stars.
It's sabbatical.
TD.
Chris, your turn.
Is it?
Dude, I know the word. I don't know how to spell
I'm
it.
bad at spelling.
Yeah.
It's S-A-B-B-A-T-I-C-A-L.
It is T.
I did say 2 B's.
You did
Okay,
say 2 B's.
There we go.
Nice.
Sabbatical.
Now, all right. Did you look up LeBron or did you look up just how
No,
to
I'll do
spell
it during the commercial
All
break.
right,
I doubt this is a
There's
thing. I don't
not a
think
thing.
this is not a thing. I've
There's
never heard this
never
one.
Yeah,
I
you know, he
think
just takes a month off. During
You're
his
thinking of
like,
Zero
what?
Dark
No, he
30.
doesn't.
What?
I
That's
think
when he
you're,
just
you're,
turns
you're
off
thinking of
his-
Zero Dark 30.
No,
That's when he
I'm
turns off
not.
his
That's
socials.
playoffs. No, he did this in Cleveland. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got a back problem," and he just was working out in Miami
Well,
for
that's
like
different.
a
That's
week.
I got a back problem.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it was like
If it's an injury, really,
Well,
he didn't just get
This
injured
is
for
a
But they were
personal
like- they were like-
reasons sabbatical.
okay, hold on. So they were
He's
like,
definitely talking
it
to
was
the
a
folks,
fake
bro.
injury. It was like a fake injury. It was like oh yeah, my back's kind of hurt, and then he was literally in South Beach working out with Dwayne Wade. This is back when he was in Cleveland.
He's I don't know.
I promise.
Bron's definitely talking to them folks for sure.
He could be doing both.
He's cutting them.
Or he's burning the baby oil in his basement,
Or
his
he
dungeon.
had, yeah, like I said, he
sex
had a
room.
dungeon to clear out.
Actually, I do have a crazy
Allegedly.
story. I might have to let the guy tell it, but he works in
What baby oil
pretty
doesn't
high up in
burn?
a.
Steel beams.
It's kind of crazy. He's higher up in the mortgage company. He's just gotten there. Well, this is like when he just got there, his first promotion, and he went to have dinner with one of his regional people. He brought his girl,
And Luigi entered the
and
chat.
I forget what.
LeBron showed up.
No.
No, Luigi entered
You
the
want a
chat.
Sprite cranberry?
The guy who was like his superior is like one of the Midwest leaders of the Freemasons. And
Oh shit.
after dinner, he took him to show him like his
Dungeon?
yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I was telling me, I'm like, why did you go?
Yeah, if
I was like, this is how people get murdered.
If somebody's trying to lead me into a dungeon, I'm not going with them.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He had.
Stairs going downstairs to a cell. No,
Now
I'm not
she's a
going down
super
there.
hot, big titty goth chick.
No, guy.
Might go into the dungeon with her.
Guy, and then he brought his girl,
Superintendent.
and then like they were curious. You know, he was showing them stuff, and he fucking had her lay down, and he's fucking ringing like the dong and the fucking triangle like around her and shit. I'm like, bro,
That's crazy. But
that's what I'm like, bro. That's literally the plot of a murder story. That's
like I said, hot tatted goth chick. I'll go down
day.
in the dungeon with her. But
the girl that you sent in the Maz chat.
I'd go to a dungeon with
I
her.
would do anything for that woman. To be honest with you,
for sure. But
It's insane that
leader of the
person didn't exist.
Freemasons, not walking into that dungeon unless she's hot. But apparently he was a dude and he wasn't hot.
well, I don't.
Let's go to
I
break.
don't know if he's hot or not, but I mean, let's go to break.
I would go into a goth chick's dungeon. Yes.
There is someone here at Woodward Sports that's a Freemason as well.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
won't say who, but
He could have a dungeon. He's got a big ass house.
no, I do. Yeah. Actually, he had another house before.
I was in his house before. We didn't go into a dungeon though.
No, or did we?
We could have. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But tell us
You
about
guys like to purchase a home with a nice sex room or dungeon? Call my guy, Mark White. He'll get you right. Dial it up. It's markwhitesells.com's website, 248-290-8242. Get that room you've always wanted. You can save you up to $5,000 on that baby. 248-290-8242. Soundproof rooms in the basement. He got you.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Get energized for the holidays during the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Now through December 20th, join for $1 down, $15 a month. And recharge this holiday season and beyond in the clean and spacious judgment-free zone, filled with equipment for every workout. Stay motivated with free fitness training and lots more. Celebrate the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Join for $1 down, $15 a month. Hurry, offer ends December 20th.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts, Dr. Jeff Pierce, here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WoodWardSports.com. He's joined by Spimo Rax, young Chris. Happy birthday, Chris. And Crash Out, call off, smash that like button.
Let's go.
Be a friend, tell
Happy
a friend.
birthday, Chris.
Share the stream.
Shout out.
I know we're going around the league, so do I leave the Kirk Cousins stuff alone?
No, they're currently not in the playoff picture. This is a little
it's a playoff preview.
playoff preview around the league when we do it. I'm down to talk Cousins. You guys know this has been on the huddle for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Kirk Cousins officially benched by the Falcons. Fellas, quick thoughts.
Cousins be cousining.
I just got a text. Is it really Chris's birthday? You guys trolling again?
No. it actually is Chris's birthday today.
Did you guys say that one of the days I was gone?
Yeah.
Last week?
No, I did it while you were here to make everyone else feel like an asshole for not saying happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't your birthday.
A bunch of the James were walking up to me like, is it his birthday? No, but
I'm gonna send a couple of things in Slack real quick too, Chris.
Kirk Cousins benched by the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix getting the reins. I mean, it was a decision they had to make. Kirk Cousins has been playing like shit.
Yeah.
I like it because I got Drake London in my fantasy playoffs. So hopefully him and Penix have a big connection. He forgets about that idiot Mooney.
Because that's the other thing too. Mooney's also really good.
Yes.
He probably has more reps with Mooney than he does Penix.
Come on.
Just
don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Just no. It's good for me. That's how I'm going to look at it.
Okay.
Big arm out there. Drake London, big play wide receiver, big body. That is a friendly relationship to form. Your number one wide receiver, you're going to feed him. Drake London's going to score 2 touchdowns next
To be fair, I mean, how do you not target the guy at 6'5"?
And he's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog. But it's weird though too because I had it happen to me with Malik Neighbors where like you just get these different. I mean, Herman talked about it with us too. Like you'll notice that even if you get a backup quarterback in, he's more in sync with the guy he's got reps with. That's just how it goes. Yeah, I mean we saw it with.
But you're not the backup quarterback anymore. You're the starter. So get reps with your best player.
That is also very true. And Mooney's been absolutely.
He's been so good.
It's been annoyingly good.
Yes.
But I'm excited to see Michael Penix, man. I really liked him coming out of the draft, and I want to see what he is, man. Especially because Bo Nix has looked the part so far. Jane Daniels looked the part so far.
Yeah, if it's another rookie quarterback that looks better than Caleb Williams, Bears fans might just cry.
They probably should already be crying.
Like if another rookie quarterback goes out there and say, I don't even know who they play next week, but say he goes out there and throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Bears fans might fall apart.
That's a good question. Who are they playing? Nick, what is your reaction? Because you've been talking about this the most.
They host the Giants, fellas.
Oh,
I might pick up Michael Penix in fantasy football.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. Hell yeah, throw the ball to Drake London 50 yards downfield and see him go up for it. Yeah, I'm all in. I did like Penix a lot in college. And honestly, I think one thing that slept on here is a little bit mobile. Could add a little bit to that offense, and he gets out in the pocket a little bit, something that Kirk wasn't able to do at a old age coming off the big injury. So I think, honestly, they get back on track against the Giants. I mean, they beat the Raiders last week, and I think this is a big move going forward. I thought they should have done it a couple weeks ago when he was in that 0 touchdown, 8 interception. That was bad.
There's some fumbles sprinkled in there too.
Yep. So I'm excited for the Falcons. I mean, I thought that I didn't like the Cousins signing in the offseason.
I don't think anyone did.
And
that
then
shit
you
was
go
crazy.
out and draft Michael Penix. This was the biggest head scratcher of the season. This was a division that was winnable for them, and they kind of fumbled every bag that they did.
They fumbled the bag. You got to think they'd probably have a better record if they just started Penix.
Yeah.
Like with the team they have around him, they've got a good defense, they've got a good offensive line, you've got multiple different playmakers, 2 competent running backs. Like
at least no worse than where they are right now.
Because Kirk Cousins was bad the past 4 weeks.
That's the thing too is I saw Dan Orlovsky hit Twitter and he was like, "Well, who's going to trade for Kirk Cousins now? Who in their right fucking mind is trading for that contract?
Nobody.
That's such a putrid, god awful contract. On top of the way that he's been playing lately, who in their right mind is making that trade for just one the player to the contract?
No, they're going to cut him probably pre-June 1st or post-June 1st, whatever.
However it's structured, it's all weird.
Save the most money. They're going to cut him probably, and then he'll go to Las Vegas or
I can see that,
Denver to back up Bo Nix or something like that.
Or somewhere
he's going to be either he's either got the Sam Darnold route or the any other quarterback route where it's either hope you strike gold somewhere or just accept being a backup and go back somebody up.
It's crazy because he did have a stretch there for a minute where he was fucking kind of balling.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins was.
Oh, the beginning of the year he was lights out.
Yeah, he had that one very first game that was horrendous. After that, he had 5 touchdowns against the Bucs or something like that, didn't he? He had another ball out against the Eagles. It makes no sense. But my favorite part, other than Michael Penix, we get to see him what he is, the memes. Have you caught any of the memes last night following it?
No.
Well, obviously Michael Penix, the play on penis is there all day.
Yep.
But we also got stuff like this. You got the one I sent you, Chris?
Let me see.
Or did I not press send?
It's his birthday, so he doesn't think he has to do his job.
Oh, well, it's his birthday.
No, I got 3 videos. Is it any of the 3 videos?
I sent 2 pictures. Oh, but don't worry about it. There's one. We grabbed this while we were talking.
Don't cut him some slack just because it's his birthday.
I mean, it's his birthday. He got a nice little haircut.
Little Hennessy.
Little Hennessy. LeBronacy.
Oh, you just sent him.
All right.
Yeah.
Fellas,
gotcha. I'll grab 'em.
so we talked about the Ravens. They're at the Giants as their first game with Penix. I feel like that could be a good spot to gain some momentum in your first game.
Yeah.
At Commanders, battle of the rookie quarterback second. That could be a big spot for both of these teams. And then hosting the Panthers. They could win out, fellas.
They could win out. I don't think they win out, but
You
they
don't
could.
think you think they lose at Commanders?
The poll.
The polls 200 likes, or we fire Chris on his birthday. It's almost a 50-50
Poor Chris. How do you get fired on your birthday?
How the hell you get fired on your day off? The memes were galore last night.
Please,
There's the pick is in. They cut off like the bottom part of the P. Like,
It says the dick is in.
There's all these people kept doing like. Did you grab those yet? The pictures? Or no?
Yeah, I got both of them. Give me a
Keep
second.
them up. This one I saved just because it fucking had me crying.
Give me a
AI
second.
is crazy. By the
AI
way.
is crazy.
And I gotta be honest,
Was it
Grok
Kirk
is
Cousins
like the best.
hanging out with Stalin or something?
Yeah. Do you want them together or separate?
You
Because
put
I
them
got them
together.
separate.
Do them separate. Who
Okay.
cares? Just
Yeah,
say
do
them.
them separate. Do the Penix one first then.
Okay, gotcha.
But there's a lot of Penix alongside this gentleman here. They're gonna be celebrating next month, or Martin Luther King. Shut up. Free at last, free at last. And then, can you make this next one bigger?
Yeah, I got you.
Because AI is great. It's phenomenal. But when it messes up, it's like the weirdest shit that it messes up. It has like 7 extra fingers. For some reason, it just makes everybody cross-eyed. But then, these pictures were coupled together.
Oh my god, dude!
No, put it back up. 'Cause you got.
We're not done with it.
It crossed his eyes for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Definitely got cross eyes. Picking cotton.
There's one right in front of his nose. He's just trying to.
Yeah, there's one just flying around in front of his face.
That's crazy, bro.
All right, we just want everybody to file in. Speaking of guys getting cut, veterans getting cut, Calais Campbell maybe getting cut from the Dolphins to compete with a contender.
Heard about
Dude,
that.
I'm losing this poll. Come on, guys.
It's my birthday.
I'm losing this poll on my birthday.
He is losing the poll. Chris, you guys are going to fire Chris on his word.
I want a job.
That's crazy, though. But, yeah, speaking of crazy, Calais Campbell possibly getting cut by the Dolphins so he can go play for a contender. We're going to talk about that next. But first, tell us about pregame show.
On game days, make sure you guys wake up with Woodward and Maine with insights from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. And after that, make sure you check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Belegian Sunday 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports live at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Brought to you by Tangerine Space Machine, Taller, your local long drink, Sabbath Coffee, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, and Les Stanford Chevrolet.
And don't forget to get some Detroit merch. The holiday is coming up. If you're a last-minute shopper like me, you need to get some Detroit sports merch for your Detroit sports fans in your life. Head over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab today, and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all of that on woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
San Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
You're talking about this song? Don't think
Yeah. Is that it?
beautiful things that I've got.
I think I like it more after I heard some random dude singing it to some bitch. What? He killed it, though. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Easy joined by Raxter, Chris, Nicholas, Koloff. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. What? Get it off your chest.
DNC ENT said that was literally a cousin, Kirk Cousins, picking cotton.
Cousin Kirk Cousins.
You think that wasn't single cammed?
You kind of looked like Shaq a little bit.
Oh, Chuck, Google me, Chuck. I'm the most dominant person there is out there. I'll just go out there and take care of business, Chuck.
Dude, okay.
All right. I know it's your birthday, Chris.
Yeah.
It's weird now.
It's funny. It's funny.
All right. I got fucking great news for Detroit Lions fans. Obviously, we talked about it. We kind of did we took stock with the injuries, right?
Yes.
I feel like, at least me, I think you guys should be too, by the way. With Vildor, I'm comfortable with that situation. Obviously, you have Jahmyr Gibbs, top 5 running back, as your quote-unquote replacement for David Montgomery, who was also seeking out a third opinion on that knee. So his season is not officially over yet. Gonna figure out what's going on with that one. But the one you didn't really have an answer for, at least the answers you had didn't feel great. Pat O'Connor did okay. Like, that didn't feel great. Ali McNeil's replacement may come in the shape of former All-Pro and Pro Bowl fucking mammoth of human being.
Giant person.
A guy that I want to hear in free agency both the past 2 years.
He's the Black Dan Skipper.
Calais Campbell. Defensive tackle of the Miami Dolphins currently. I guess there were talks during the trade deadline that, if you want to go to contender, because it wasn't looking too great for them. Nick, you're a Dolphins guy. And no, he said, I made a commitment to play with you guys, and we're still alive for the playoffs. Let's get it. However, he was told, if we don't make the playoffs, we'll do you the favor of allowing you to be released and go compete with a competitor because he's old.
Yeah.
However, despite him being old, Spenny, I just pulled it up here during the commercial break.
He's got, 4 sacks?
The man ranked 7th among 214 defensive tackles in the NFL this year. PFF grade of 83.4. Don't care about PFF grades. However, 4 sacks in the season from the interior offensive line, 33 solo tackles and 1 forced fumble, 7 assists, and an 86.6 run grade. If this happens, this is the most team of destiny fucking team I've ever witnessed in my life. And I'm happy and grateful that it's my Detroit Lions. Calais Campbell, please take that and go. Miami Dolphins, please lose this weekend so we can land Calais Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, if Calais Campbell comes to the Detroit Lions, that would be like a miracle.
It's crazy.
That would literally be a miracle. That would be exactly what this team needs. A player that can play the interior, can rush the passer at a high level, and is very good in the run game as well. Like, he's not Ali McNeil. He's still an older guy, but that would be just absolutely beautiful if you could go out there and get Calais Campbell. I don't want to say for free, but it would be for free because you could just – oh, my God, dude.
I mean, we're sitting here talking about a bargain bin Sue who hasn't played in 2 years. If you get Calais Campbell, again, ranked 7th among 214 other defensive tackles right now.
I want it.
Nick, you're a Finns guy. You had to watch him a few times this year.
I mean, fellas, I've wanted Calais Campbell for a while now, and this is what type of vet you want on your team in that locker room. And with everything that's gone, the way, and our players are saying the right things when they get in the interviews. They're saying and next man up, and we'll be ready. But at some point, instead of getting a practice squad guy to get a 15-plus year veteran in Calais Campbell, who has 10 tackles for loss this year, fellas.
Yeah.
10 TFLs. What did I say this defense needs to do, fellas? Cause turnovers. How do you do it? You get people in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, make them throw the football. You start blitzing. You let Kirby and Brian Branch go get them, fellas.
And
Calais Campbell could be a massive upgrade to this Detroit Lions team that I think would put me in a lot better mood if we did get him.
Steve Wild says if he's subjected to waivers, we wouldn't be able to get it. He won't be. They'd just buy him outright and then let him choose where he wants to go.
Because he wants to go to a contender.
Because he wants to go to a contender. Yeah, they wouldn't put him on waivers to let him get picked up by somebody that isn't going to be a contender.
And let me reread the report, actually, just to be sure on that one. Because it is coming from, of course, it's coming from David Ferones. He is a reporter from the Miami Dolphins. The tweet reads, Calais Campbell said he would never live with any regret over not taking the chance to get traded from the Miami Dolphins at the deadline. But he did say it's possible, if Miami is eliminated, to have some conversation about getting waived before season's end to finish elsewhere. So, waiver, you would be subject to claims.
Waive, you would be subjected to claims for sure.
Okay, that's different then.
That is different. But that's not... Then just another team could pick him that's not a contender. Another team could grab him.
Yeah.
Can you turn down a waiver request?
That's a great question. No, I don't think you can.
So I don't think they would just waive him because then anybody could pick him up. I think they would just buy him out outright and then allow him to choose where he wants to go.
Let me see something real quick. With Daniel Jones, no, he got waived because no one wanted to pick that up.
Nobody wanted to pick up his salary.
I'm pulling up his contract real quick to see if he could get straight up cut and it not affect him as bad. Because that would be ideal. I hate that we brought this up, the fact of it.
That would be the best case scenario, and it wouldn't even be close.
It's just cut.
Yeah, just to get him cut. If you can get Calais Campbell, that would be the best case scenario for this team.
So if I'm looking at this is pre-June. Is that next June or this June that just passed?
Probably next.
It has to be this.
No,
has to be this June.
Yeah, this June.
Okay, post-June, they would save $2 million. They cut him just straight up.
Just straight up cut him?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
he's going to get cut.
Steve Wild says, no, that's the rules. No, I mean, the 49ers just straight up cut, what's his name? The guy that walked off the field, Devondre Campbell. They didn't waive him.
So, they played, so to fuck him, so he couldn't go to a contending team, and then fuck them possibly if they made the playoffs, they suspended him for the last 3 games into the off season. So he's on the team, like, contractually, but he's suspended, obviously due to, whatever you would call that, detrimental to the team detrimental, whatever the fuck you call that.
Yeah, conduct detrimental to the team.
Detrimental. Yeah, he's suspended for the last 3 games of the season.
Damn. They're holding his ass.
Yeah, that's what he gets, though.
He deserves it for sure.
And all those players are pissed off by that, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Which
rightfully so, yeah. That was a pussy move.
I mean, you got 2 guys on that team that lost their children this year that are still showing up to practice.
Dude got shot. One of the guys got shot.
Yeah, you're right. Guy got shot.
Fucking
one guy
rookie
lost
got
his daughter.
Shot, dude.
Yeah, Tre'Davious Ward. I think that's what he said too. He's like, man, I'm here every day, and he had to say what he's been through. We know what he's been through.
Yeah.
He lost a child.
He lost his child,
and he said that's some sucker shit. Nick, you about to say something?
That's good for them. Fuck him. Yeah,
fuck him. Fuck yeah.
I don't know if anybody would pick him up. Honestly,
no. I bet that somebody would, but like
the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns would.
The Raiders.
We're not in like need for it either. He's more of a pass rushing linebacker anyway, right? Campbell?
We're not taking Devondre.
That's funny. Both these guys are both last name Campbell. Calais Campbell, Devondre Campbell.
Yeah.
Don't get it mixed up. We're talking about Devondre Campbell, the dumbass from the 49ers.
No, Calais Campbell. Calais
Campbell's who we want on the squad.
Nobody wants Devondre Campbell.
That would be... And I watched the podcast. I sent to you, Nick, because I know you listen to podcasts for the day while you're working. Did you catch that at all? The Hutchinson one? Well, Hutch, I guess immediately following like the injury, like in the room, the doctor told his dad, like, he could be back for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
that's been the timeline the whole time.
It switched his fucking mindset right away because, like, that gave him something to push forward to, something to, like, be happy about instead of just doom and gloom, like, oh, I missed out on the season, blase. I could be back for the Calais Campbell, Aiden Hutchinson,
Calais
Alex
Campbell
Anzalone,
would be a dream. It would
Carl
be a dream.
Davis. I mean, we don't know what's happening with the Monty yet. The Avengers are assembling, boys, for that Super Bowl.
Yeah. Calais Campbell would be a dream. A lot of things would have to go right for the Detroit Lions if they wanted to get Calais Campbell, so we'll see what happens. But if there's a possibility of them grabbing him, yes, they have to.
Wouldn't he want to go to, like, not just a contender, but somewhere he knows he would get meaningful snaps? Like, that, like we desperately need a Calais Campbell right now. Like, he could be a massive piece and a reason why this team gets to a Super Bowl and wins a Super Bowl. I mean, Calais Campbell, I don't want to get my hopes up because this is pipe dreaming. He's still on the Dolphins right now. Let's not, say anything otherwise. But if he does get cut, God, this would be just the biggest news in the world, especially with the kind of week we're having with all these injuries coming out.
It's crazy. Like, this, if it happens, man, Team of Destiny.
Team of Destiny for sure if they get Calais Campbell.
Something positive, would just be so great right now.
And I just feel
like I've been trying to get in a better mood all week.
It's impossible.
Lining up with the Bears. It's been tough.
Like, we're gonna slaughter the Bears.
I know. We noticed we haven't even talked about that.
We are
By
going
40.
We are going to slaughter the Bears.
He's back.
I'm just so sad.
I just know we're for sure beating them. I don't even give it like.
Yeah.
They fucked themselves.
They are mailing it in, dude.
They're numb to losing at this point.
Yeah.
They really are. Because usually you see like a team get their ass fucking kicked the way they did against San Francisco 49ers. And
they show some fight.
Yeah. You know?
Division opponent.
They came out, I don't want to say lackadaisical, but they're just they're dumb. They're a bad coach team. Even when Eberflus was there. But we'll talk more about the Detroit Lions, Calais Campbell, all that and more. Make sure you guys put your comments in Woodward Sports Chat. Do you want Calais Campbell? Or you still want Dominic Sue? They were good how we are. Who would you rather have? Maybe make that a poll if you want. But first, tell us about the second best bar.
Second best bar. It's where the best place to pregame is for the Lions party for the Monday night game against the 49ers on December 30th. Join us at Detroit's very own second best bar located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show. Only at second best bar in Detroit. Come get some.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
1800 Tequila is the smoothest tequila in the game, and now a proud partner of Detroit Lions. Glorilla entered the chat.
Shut up.
Detroit Lions, Woodward Sports, team up for Woodward Sports live Lions watch parties, live at Hayes Social. Make sure you're checking it out in the area if you're on Shelby Township. If not, tap into the stream on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel and drink 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tequila in the game, the best tasting tequila, and when you're drinking it, please drink responsibly.
Please drink responsibly. Please. Someone on Twitter said, imagine Glorilla saying Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You're
Antetokounmpo. Bird for him, bird.
Okay, so I'm doing some homework. So veteran players can be released, where it's just like they're boom, straight to free agency.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, it's like 4 years accrued or vested veteran. But I just remember specifically. So Daniel Jones. He had over 4 years.
Daniel Jones got waived.
Okay.
Nobody wanted Daniel Jones like that, though. And they weren't doing Daniel Jones a solid to let him go to a contender. They were just, he said he wanted out, so they
want you gone.
Well, I think the waive happens when somebody else makes a claim, they have to pick up your current contract.
Yes.
And like do that money.
Yes.
So obviously if you're the Vikings, you don't want to be responsible for that money if you cut them. So you put him out there on a waiver. Hopefully somebody claims it didn't happen, obviously. I remember Odell Beckham got waived, though. Remember when he was the Browns.
Burns.
And the teams could have made a claim. I remember people talking about the Detroit Lions because at the time we weren't a good franchise. He was kind of cheeks, but he also said he's not going to play for anyone. He like put his foot down, like don't make the waiver claim. Did the diva shit. I'm assuming maybe that's what happens in the Calais Campbell situation. They don't just cut him.
I don't know if he'll do that though. He doesn't seem like he's like a Walter Payton Man of the Year type of guy. I don't know if he'll just go out right.
For sure, but you know the whole reason why he's being released though is to contend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see whether it's released or waived. This is off of Google right here, off of fan site. It says when a veteran is released, the player's contract is effectively terminated. They immediately enter free agency. Any player with less than 4 seasons accrued is subject to the waiver system. Okay, so he could just go. But I don't understand why these other guys have 4 years on the waivers, though.
Oh, it's interesting.
I don't know, but Calais Campbell, you're a Detroit Lion.
It could be easy if I'm...
Get ready to speak Aaron Glenn, buddy.
Get ready to eat some Coney dogs, buddy.
Get ready to eat some moldy bread, buddy.
It could just be, though, there's stipulations in contracts, so like the team might save money if they waive them as opposed to release.
I know that, but
so maybe that's why Daniel Jones gets waived as opposed to this release. That's what I'm saying. There could be some type of jargon in the contract that the team's just using to save money.
That must be what it is. Like, you must have an option as a team to either waive or just release somebody. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, in Calais Campbell's situation, it's just he is released and he becomes a Detroit Lion. Because that would be a huge boost. I just think the morale for everybody. And like Nick said, too, he probably wants to – he doesn't just want to be there, a participation trophy. This guy wants to actively, like, play in these games.
Yes.
You want to remember the Super Bowl by playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's a man of conviction. He's a very very honorable individual. If you look at what he does, how he plays, and his track record.
That's one of the reasons why he signed with the Falcons last year over the Detroit Lions, like you said, because he's the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Mm-hmm. Arthur Blank was like, I'll donate to whatever fucking charity you want. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it didn't work out for him. Falcons kind of sucked, but he made that choice. And the reason why I think it's likely, too, that he comes to the Detroit Lions is the fact that we've had these conversations in the past. He's come to Detroit. He
has been in the house before and has spoken to these guys, so he's familiar with the way they operate. And he's familiar with the situation they're in. Like, who isn't? So he knows he'd be a starter immediately.
15 career playoff games as well for Calais Campbell.
Man.
Battle test.
Absolutely. And you look at it, too. 4 sacks in a season. His type of, like, he's another guy who's like, you're not always going to look at the sacks with him. I know back in his heyday, yeah. But more nowadays, I think he's more like a run defender. What? What?
I don't know. I just keep picturing Nick as a cop, and it's making me laugh. What he just said, he's like battle test. He's like battle tested. And like with the mustache, it just looked like such a cop thing to do.
Nick, you make a cop face.
Can you say step out of the car, please, ma'am?
Step out of the guard, please, ma'am.
Dude, he's
got it.
For sure, them again. I had to chat GPT this or Google it.
Mark Royal says can't trade anymore. Yeah, you don't got to trade.
No, we know that, Mark. He might be talking to somebody in the chat, though.
Probably, yeah.
Suspenseful habit says after the trade deadline, every player has to go to waivers. So
every player cut has to go to waivers?
That's what Suspenseful habit says.
Oh, God damn it. Why are you making this so difficult?
I just want to be happy.
Yeah. Give us something to hold on to. Maybe all the GMs are like, don't worry. We're not going to take him. We'll let him choose. He's going to end up going to the fucking Chiefs or something, dude.
Okay, so it is confirmed. Yes, it's true in the NFL after the trade deadline, which typically occurs. Oh, we know that part.
What's the waiver priority looking like?
Will we be towards the bottom?
They don't give us extra. You don't get extra nuggets for your whole team dying.
Okay, he should.
You should definitely get nuggets.
Yeah.
Like they should throw you a bone if half your roster's on IR.
Talk while I'm doing this.
Just remember the genius of Brad Holmes is not in drafting. It's in proposing rule changes when he wanted to make adjustments to the rules for injuries.
That is true.
Look at this.
That is true.
This is ridiculous.
He knew it was going to happen. He's a prophet. Yeah, so probably not going to happen. But unless
is Luigi still free?
Unless it's legitimately Team of Destiny and something happens where there's a loophole or everybody else is just like, we're good.
Or Luigi.
Relax with the Luigi, dude. Jesus, man.
Just say it.
Rich Baldwin says, "Don't beg." I would beg for. I would beg for Calais Campbell.
Listen, I think we're good enough to contend. I think we're good enough to at least get to the NFC Conference Championship game. I want to feel more comfortable.
I would beg for Calais Campbell.
This is the one piece we're missing. It feels like, man, it really does. All right, so yeah, it is due by your standing, so we would be fucked in that situation.
God damn it!
I know. All players, regardless of experience, must pass through waivers before they can be signed by another team after the trade deadline.
He's going to go to the Packers.
That fucking sucks, mate.
Dude, if he goes,
way to give us some hope. Way to just give us a little glimmer of life, Easy.
I know.
You son of a bitch.
I know. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Well, is Ndamukong Suh still alive? God.
Yeah, it all hurts all over again.
It hurts all over again.
Who contending needs a fucking defensive tackle, though?
Everybody.
Eagles got one.
Who needs Calais Campbell? Everybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like what? Every team.
You got a point.
I was having a good day.
Calais is 38 years old. Calais has 4 sacks and 10 tackles for loss.
He's ranked the 7th best defensive tackle in the entirety of the NFL. 214 defensive tackles, like in that ranking. He ranks 7th. Top 10 defensive tackle. Someone's going to, he's saying no one's going to claim him. He's saying he's not good. He's saying he's not worthy of Detroit Lions claiming. We have nobody right now.
Motor City Street Scenes, bro. Released players are immediately free agents. All released players have to go through waivers after the trade deadline.
Unfortunately.
That was just per NFL.
We are learning these things as we go.
Yeah. How old is Jason Pierre-Paul? He could count it on 2 hands. I don't know. I just wanted to say it because he doesn't have any fingers.
Why do we need Calais when we got Broderick, Jets, Pizza, Martin? First and foremost, okay. That's Brod the Bod to you.
That is Brod the Bod.
That man reshaped his entire body this offseason. He looks tremendous.
I'm telling you, I did see something really funny on like a subreddit. It was a Lions subreddit.
Oh, when his girl got pregnant?
And it was like, I Googled Broderick Martin, and this is the first picture that came up.
This is the wildest shit.
It was him shirtless with his girl.
It looks like some chat GPT
like
shit, I swear to God.
Yeah,
you guys never saw that?
I tweeted that out a minute ago. But I was like, B-Rod, you need to step up right now, and I don't think you stepped up.
Well, so much for that.
Well, someone we sent that to Slack.
Can we,
I think
Can Brad Holmes just
you found it already.
Put all of their GMs in a stranglehold until he clears waivers?
It's not like hockey where there's
unwritten rules.
Yeah.
No, it's the Wild West, dude. This is the NFL.
Yeah.
You got a chance to get a player, you take that player.
Oh, there might be some unwritten rules.
No, there is not.
Obviously, the Colin Kaepernick thing happened.
I mean, if Brad Holmes can get...
Lamar Jackson shit.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, how stupid are the Falcons, by the way? No, we're good. And then you sign fucking Kirk Cousins and draft Michael Penix the next year.
Crazy work.
Look, if Brad Holmes gets any of the GMs in an elevator, I like our chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's too many GMs. The guy from San Fran, I just can't think. John Lynch, Irish Schmidt. He's the only guy I think could take Brad Holmes as GM.
Take Brad Holmes in a fight?
Off the top of my head. Just because John Lynch used to be a dog.
Oh, Brad Holmes beating the shit out of Ryan Poles would be so awesome.
What if they just gladiator for all right, we get everybody wants them.
That'd be the best way to do it.
That would be the best way to do it. That would be the true football way to do it. Like, this is a gladiator sport. Mm-hmm. You know, they just fight to the death. Last man standing gets Calais Campbell. I'd like Brad Holmes odds.
When I looked it up, I asked, what if 2 teams claim the same guy? And it says goes to the team with a lesser record or lower in standings, but it should be that way.
It should
fight.
Yeah.
Fucking
should
fight.
be a fight to the death.
Oh, you okay? You
and
want?
Like I said, we should they should juice our waiver odds a little bit because our entire team's hurt.
Yeah, definitely injury should go into that. It's kind of fucked up that it doesn't. To be honest with you, you think it was kind of just common sense?
Because that's the whole point of a waiver.
I can't say the picture because
that's the whole point of a waiver is to pick up replacements.
What do you have on there?
I don't know. It's something like recently. Porn. Actually,
probably a lot of porn.
I could do it.
And because your boys.
No, my old laptop.
Fuck me,
though.
Fuck you, buddy.
Oh yeah, they hooked me up though.
He's like, yeah, I got this new MacBook for $600. Dude, yeah, that bitch is fugazi.
Yeah, that's
Are you sure? Just 500? No, you smell. It's COVID and shit. You know, 500 though, right, for a laptop?
300?
500.
500, dude. It cost me $500 to fix this piece.
That's why you're a stupid friend. Dumb fuck.
Well, at least I could download videos.
Fuck me.
I could until
this
2 weeks ago.
This been going strong since my fucking freshman year of college.
Yeah, I didn't know why my last one died, honestly.
Because,
what?
Warren Sapp punched it or something. Warren Sapp stole Eazy's
when we met Warren Sapp, my man was crashing out. I did not believe this man was going to make it into the defensive line coach position. I was like, he's going to end up in jail or something like that.
He was crashing out hard, dude.
He was ready to fucking 12v1 the security as soon as we got in that bitch.
He was going to people were talking shit to him. Hey, fuck you. I was like, dude, do you know who that is? Like,
yeah. Well, the kid's dad was like, hey, yo, you know who that kid's dad was afraid for his life.
Dude, Warren, he is a huge human being. And, yeah, we thought he stole Eazy's laptop.
But for you, buddy.
Yeah, but wasn't it at someone's house or whatever happened?
Oh, so we got in.
Because I remember you it's at this dude's house. I'm about to pull up. I was like, Don't do that. Like, well, I'll come with you. I don't want you to get shot.
Oh, to get Warren's lap?
No, to get your laptop.
My laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So we met at the Royal Oak Police Department. Shout out. I forgot his name, too. Chest Deep or something like that.
Never been in there.
Is that just a coincidence, or are you making a joke?
I could be like a racist name poll there, but it's something like that, yeah.
That's Jesse's name. Yeah. No.
Jaspreet. Yeah.
No, the one before that. Remember the Find Your iPhone went off and it was like in somebody's house.
Oh, yeah.
And you pulled up on and knocked on their door. Said, hey, is my laptop in there?
Yeah, no one answered. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I hit a screen on my like, just in case.
I was like, don't do that.
Yeah, no. It was not
or
there.
Or at least keep the blammy. Like, yeah.
Shout out. All right, let's go to break. More Detroit Lions talk. I want to talk about David Montgomery. I want to talk about who's the most important defenders left in this team. Maybe possible return of Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know if you guys saw that and more. No. But first.
What are we doing? Teddy Two Gloves? Let me tell you about Les Stanford. Are you overdue for a new car? Beat the holiday rush and get an amazing deal from Les Stanford Chevrolet right now. A Blazer EV2 LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month. Or check out the new Equinox EV LT for only $169 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and click the QR code on the screen and check out our massive inventory. Don't forget, Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale. LesStanford.com.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at LesStanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Sorokas. The best crispy chicken and pizza, my friend, yeah. Check them out, guys. I got the new 7 flavors of chicken wings that are limited time only here for football season. Gather around with you, the boys. You guys are there on Sunday. And eat the best crispy chicken and pizza with Sorokas. Visit Sorokis.com to find one near you.
Rando Smalls in the Woodward Sports Chat. He super chatted this, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
He said, we are in talks with Jason Pierre-Paul.
Okay, what are we doing?
I've not seen or heard that anywhere. I just did a quick little Twitter search, X search. X marks the spot for it.
It'll always be Twitter.
Yeah. Did not see that anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of porn for some reason right now.
Oh, for some reason. That's your algorithm.
I don't know how this happened.
By the way, found out this morning, you're the only one that didn't say what your timeline looked like, and now I know it's all porn. Because this morning in the heavyweight chat, we were kind of just going off what our timelines look like on X.
Oh, I didn't even
Chris
see that.
Chris is full of Kendrick and Drake beef still.
Yeah, somehow.
I don't know if Nick's comfortable saying what his is full of.
Mine was Apocalypse
a lot of
and
Jewish conspiracies.
A bunch of drone stuff about New Jersey.
I didn't see that.
About the world
Would
ending.
you guys just send screenshots of you scrolling Twitter?
No, Chris just sent some random Chris stuff.
Oh, it's like a link?
No, man. No,
Chris sent a Ferndale ass tweet. He's like, Twitter's crazy. I'm like, nah, fam, that's your Twitter.
Yeah, dude. You should see Ryan's fucking.
Dude, it was some Ryan's. It was some Ryan shit.
You should see the shit Ryan Lentz sends me on Instagram, dude. It is.
Yeah.
Just straight up homosexual.
Okay.
I mean,
too far.
It's dudes kissing dudes. What do you mean? What else am I supposed to call it?
Wait, really?
Yes, dude. It sends me reels he's like, it's so funny. I'm like, dude, no, it's not. What the fuck are you talking about?
You want to know how I know? I'm
the
not
danger about that.
See, dude, because we're on different platforms.
Because you know all the shit. I said I get funny memes and I get big tits.
He gets the best funny memes by far.
I get great memes.
He gets fire.
Yeah.
I gotta follow those accounts again, but I hate that we're on new platforms. I love the welcome to people on Twitter, welcome to people on Facebook watching. Make sure you guys smash the like button.
No more Facebook.
No
Instagram
more Facebook.
Live.
Instagram Live. We're live on Instagram right now.
We're live on Instagram right now.
No way.
Bloody bitch.
Right now.
Love it, bitch. Bloody bitch. My YouTube audience, I got a little more comfortable with to talk freely. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Facebook was the one that sketched me out. Twitter, it's a cesspool of degenerates, so we can talk however we want.
Yeah,
Twitter, I love Twitter.
Twitter's like, this is tame.
Instagram, also not a very friendly place. Like, Instagram comments, reading Instagram comments is one of my favorite things to do.
It used to be.
And people tear people up. I fucking love it, dude. Where it's just like hate from Asia or like hate from Denmark and stuff like that.
Hate from Asia.
Great stuff. So, yeah, Instagram and Twitter, I think we're safe.
I do not.
Facebook was like my grandma's got a Facebook, so I didn't want to be talking about like big titty goth chicks, but you know,
well, maybe
I do. I post some reels sometimes, and like my aunts will like, "Come on, Spencer." I'm like, "Hey, you know, you can unfollow me if you want."
Me.
Come on, Spencer.
Get out the family down.
I don't see anything on Jason Pierre-Paul.
No, I haven't seen anything either.
No, yeah. Xavier Howard, is he still out there? No, he got signed to the Rams. Oh, he got cut from the Rams.
Yeah.
Because J-Mo burnt him.
Yep.
For 6. All right, back to Detroit Lions. I apologize, guys, for the detour there. I want to know, Spinny, who are the single most important defenders left on this team following these injuries?
All right. Number 1 is 1A and 1B. It's 2 players.
Okay, it's that you can't just take 2. That's not fair.
All right. Number 1, the most important player defensively for the Detroit Lions for the rest of the season is going to be Levi Onwuzurike. Levi Onwuzurike is going to get a majority of the snaps at that starting defensive tackle position next to DJ Reader. He is your pass rush guy on the interior. He is the guy that you brought in here because of how much you liked his college tape of him rushing the passer and getting to the quarterback. He is the guy that the Eagles were so upset they didn't grab because the Lions got there first. Levi Onwuzurike is going to have to step up in a huge role for the Detroit Lions going forward with the absence of Aleem McNeil. DJ Reader is great at what he does. This is the best pass rushing season he's ever had in his entire life. He's got 3 sacks, I believe. Levi Onwuzurike is a guy whose specialty is getting to the quarterback from the interior defensive line. His specialty coming out of college was getting to the quarterback from the interior defensive line. So Levi Onwuzurike is going to need to step up big time.
I like that answer. I like that. That's a low-key answer. That's the guy that when I was watching back the tape the other night, that's what I was watching because that's who I think is going to be burdened with that responsibility.
Yeah.
Is Levi Onwuzurike. And that's the one name was Aleem McNeil that we couldn't really take stock for.
Aaron B makes a good point in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, great choice, Spenny. Didn't Zeitler say Levi is going to be a $20 million a year defensive tackle?
And
he did say that in the beginning of the year.
He looked that part in camp, too. I don't know if you guys remember me or follow me on Twitter. I was freaking out over Levi Onwuzurike. Is this what we drafted? Are we finally getting this version of this guy? Now, it hasn't come to fruition. It flashed a bit in the beginning of the season. But since then, it's kind of fallen flat a little bit. I'm sure he's still holding down his responsibilities and whatnot. But, I thought he was going to be getting, I think I had him down for 6-7 sacks, to be honest with you. One guy for me, singularly important to the Detroit Lions defense following all these injuries, and it's a little bit of a cheat code. I'm kind of jealous you stole Levi right there, but I'm going to go with Brian Branch. I just think the position flexibility, his ability to drop down to the box, play run support. I think without Aleem McNeil, you have to simulate a lot of pass rushes, and obviously we lead the league in blitzes since the departure of Aiden Hudson with that broken leg. I think Brian Branch, as great as he's been, and as fair as it may be, I think we're going to need him to step it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need you to follow through on these blitzes, get to the quarterback, at least apply the pressure, keep forcing these turnovers, and for damn sure play that run. But Brian Branch, for me, is one of the most important defenders left in this team.
I think the second most important defender on the Detroit Lions for the rest of the season is going to be Terrion Arnold. Agent Zero, Sub-Zero. Listen, man, that rookie shit is out of the window now. You are cornerback 1 on this team. You are cornerback 1 on the first-place team in the NFC. You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to face wide receiver 1s. You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to not hold. I know you've been doing a lot better since the beginning of the year in that aspect, but it's time for you to grow up. It's time to grow up fast in the NFL. Unfortunately, you had the Gray Bush there. You had Carlton Davis. He was mentoring you for a while. He's not there anymore. You're the most talented cornerback on this team. You got to step up and you got to play that role. I believe he can. I believe he will. Terrion Arnold is going to be extremely important for the Lions defense in this stretch run.
Nick, who you got?
Yeah, I think you guys took a lot of the big ones, but I want to mention a guy that has not even played yet, and his name's Ife Melifonwu. We saw the kind of difference maker he can be on your defense, and I think he has to be a big difference maker when it comes to rushing the passer and getting the opposing teams behind the sticks. I think he's a big body that Aaron Glenn has shown the ability to find a great spot for Ife to blitz specifically. He had a couple sacks in the playoffs last year. He had 3 sacks in the 8 games he played in the regular season. If he can be a difference maker, we've seen him get hands on balls,
Hell yeah.
and get in the backfield for some big TFLs. I think he can be the difference maker that you've been looking for, or that you're going to be looking for with all of these defensive injuries. Fellas, what do you think about Ife?
We saw him get unleashed last year at the end of the season in his role in Aaron Glenn's defense, and he was a menace. Like you said, he was intercepting balls, he was getting to quarterbacks, causing fumbles. Yeah, we need that for sure. He could be Jamal Adams, but good. Like, go out there and be the menace you were at the end of the year last year. Hopefully he's healthy to go. Steve Wild says if he is a huge defensive back, he is a giant dude for a defensive back. So he could be used in a lot of different roles. And I expect Aaron Glenn to unleash him. Hopefully he's good to go. Don't really need him against the Bears, but it'd be great for him to get his feet wet in the first game against the Bears so he can be ready for San Fran and Minnesota.
Yeah, his clock officially started today.
Yeah, he practiced in full today.
Fontu Melifonwu.
When a lot of people sat out, because Dan Campbell said it was rest day. He gave a lot of the starters the day off.
I'm 100% agrees with you, by the way, Nick, too. I like what he offered last year.
Yeah.
3 sacks in the regular season, 2 in the postseason. And mind you, he missed for half of the first beginning of the season. I apologize. But the only question for me with that one is, like, I'm very curious how they're going to fit him onto the field. Are you going to move Branch down to nickel?
I think you have to.
Are you going to put Ife in a nickel? And if so, like, when you're putting him in a nickel, it's going to be for certain packages when they have those extra wide receivers on. So are you just willing to admit you're blitzing every time they put on that extra wide receiver? Or I guess I'm curious to see how they integrate him into that. Because also, do you trust Ife at the nickel spot if he is in coverage? Because I know he started out as a corner and then moved to safety, but that may have been because the coverage skills weren't great per se. And then, in the nickel spot too, that's a lot of open field.
Is my best case scenario? Is it bad for me to say put Ife at nickel and move,
or Branch at nickel, or
no, leave Branch at safety.
Okay.
Put Ife at nickel and move Robertson outside. Is that crazy? Am I crazy if I say that?
I would rather have Ife outside.
Really?
Because that's just where he played.
I want him close to the line of scrimmage, making plays, getting hands on balls, coming down on tacklers, blitzing.
Disguise.
Yeah.
Close to the line of scrimmage. Boom! Shoot if I can.
Maybe even
shot if I can. Dude, I can see it right now.
Cop noises today for sure.
He's being real
You're
cop.
some cop shit.
The voices are.
Maybe it's the power of the stash just takes over sometimes.
I didn't even have a coffee today. Yeah, we're on one.
Boom! Boom, baby. Yeah, I mean, you know what though?
If he had,
he could be a makeshift linebacker.
Super Bowl Wilson said, didn't if he have 2 picks in 5 games last year? I think it was.
Yeah, I think he might have 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I think he might have 3 to be honest.
And he had like 4 sacks too.
That's why
he had 3 sacks, and then I don't know how many picks.
Last year he had in
8 games, 9 games.
6 games played. He had 2 ints and 3 sacks.
You know what I'm saying?
4 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits. He had a forced fumble. He had 8 passes defended.
Fellas, the reason I spoke Ife first here is because I have said this. I mean, I'm going to keep saying it, but we need to create havoc. That's where this defense is at. You're going to have to force turnovers. I think if he can do that, he can, and you've seen it in the past. So you can envision if he doing it again this season.
They've been waiting to use him when he was healthy. Like when the defense was healthy, they were waiting to use him and waiting for him to get back. So him coming back now when we're falling off, one by one, it would be extremely imperative. Chris, who do you got? Who's important for you?
Yeah, I kind of went. I like that you guys mentioned Ife at the linebacker because that's a room I'm looking at where it's like, to me, it's like, all right, Jack Campbell, this is all on your shoulders. Mm-hmm. Like you have to just carry this portion of the field, this position group on defense. So to me, I'm looking at Jack Campbell, a guy that's had great moments this season. I think he is essential to holding up that holding up that second line, and then from there, again, getting it to forcing them to make the deep throws to the playmakers and allowing the Kirbys and Brian Branches and Terrion to make the plays that we need them to make, because, again, we keep saying it. This has to just be an opportunistic defense. And so to me, Jack Campbell keeping the integrity of the center of the field is important to me.
And in the playoffs, Wilson he had no interceptions, but he had 2 sacks, 16 total tackles, tackle for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. So, yeah, that dude was a demon when they brought him back last year, man. Rakestraw update says Mitten made. The most update we've got from him is him tweeting soon.
Yeah. But to real quick, Chris's point about Jack Campbell, I fully expect us to move to a lot more zone coverage without Carlton Davis. I think it just makes sense. That's what you saw last year before we had a guy who could lock down a single side of the field. And Jack Campbell, out of what I saw when I was watching back that Bills tape, was phenomenal in that zone coverage.
Yeah. It was just like we said, there were a couple times where Josh Allen stayed alive, had an open rushing lane. Jack Campbell was the only guy there, so he had to step up to make sure he didn't just walk forward for 30 yards, and Josh Allen just booped it over his head as soon as he moved.
Yeah. So far,
there's literally nothing he can do unless has a 4-foot vertical, you know.
There was that one play, too, I watched back. I remember you saying something about the game when Zico Turner, I think it was Newman, who ended up getting credited for the catch on him. But you're like, why did he go cover that zone? They had Campbell rushing on the stand from that spot. Keep him in the middle.
Keep him in the middle.
When we have all our guys, I think it's cool to move him around,
keep him
stuff
in the
like
middle.
that. Yeah, but like now that we're gonna need him, keep him in the middle, please.
I agree. But Anzalone, hopefully, could come back.
He'll be there by the Vikings game for sure.
Hopefully, that would be nice. But we're gonna go to break. We're gonna come back. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can get an amazing haircut, and you can do that at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. $20 will get you a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, and a hot towel treatment to go with your haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Scan that QR code in the corner to get your $20 coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
Get energized for the holidays during the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Now through December 20th, join for $1 down, $15 a month. And recharge this holiday season and beyond in the clean and spacious judgment-free zone, filled with equipment for every workout. Stay motivated with free fitness training and lots more. Celebrate the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Join for $1 down, $15 a month. Hurry, offer ends December 20th.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Make sure you scan that QR code above my head and use code word Woodward 1000. Your first bet up to $1,000 will be risk-free. If you bet it, it doesn't cash. You use code word Woodward 1000. You'll get that bet back in bonus bets. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
Dr. Clapper, I don't know if he's fucking with me.
What'd he say?
I guess Jamal Hill put out a reel about the people talking shit about him online, and he said I was in it, and so I was like, "What? Send it to me," because I had him on the show twice. I'd never talk shit about him. I try to big up him. He's from Michigan, you know, all that shit like that. There's just some fat guy with a beard in there, man. I don't know. I don't know if Dr. Clapchee's being funny, or if he genuinely thought it was me. But that was not me. I don't know if he meant that or not.
Bring back Bohanna, says Steve Wilds.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would not be mad if Bohanna came back. He played well.
I'm 100% down for that.
God damn it!
I saw another comment from Steve Wilds. And he said Jamal Adams sucks.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I don't know that I necessarily agree. I just don't know if
he's cooked, dude.
I don't know.
He's cooked.
He's obviously not what he once was, but also in that game,
I ain't as good as I was.
we never had. And his opportunity to shine is going to be a blitz. It's going to be in a passing down situation, and we never got the Bills in that situation.
No, the Bills were
even the third downs that came were like 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 6.
The Bills were in favorable down and distance pretty much the entire game.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever had the opportunity to use him correctly, and I think he'll remain on the practice squad. I know they went and signed Anthony Pittman, but again, when he was here, that was more of like a rush linebacker than it was an actual like linebacker. Sorry, my finger itches. But yeah, Jamal Adams, I'm hoping we see something soon. Again, it's just a practice squad. It's not like he's taking a spot on the roster, but I was disappointed as well.
How many times can he be on the active, inactive
I think
list?
it's 5.
Okay.
5 times you call him up from the practice squad for to figure out what you're doing with him.
All right.
I think it is. I'll find out for sure. I know
he's for sure cooked, though.
Yeah, he's definitely not what he used to be. Nick? Oh.
He had a brain blast.
Brain blast. And he takes Jamal Adams there?
Nah, I mean, I'm not going to call him cooked yet. I want to see him against a team that's not the Buffalo Bills first. Let's see how he looks against Caleb Williams.
Man, how about those fucking Bears, man? Like last year,
cooked.
They got fucking gassed up. They're calling Justin Fields the MVP of the league.
They were.
MVP to be. Obviously did not come true.
No.
And here comes.
Couldn't even start over Russ.
Caleb Williams, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze. Oh, we got Shane Waldron.
DeAndre Swift.
And you still fucking suck. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine getting blue balled that hard 2 years in a row. Why do they do it to themselves?
I don't know. I don't know. The Chicago mind cannot be comprehended by those of higher intelligence.
It's they keep fucking polluting their water every fucking St. Patrick's Day.
It is the green. It's probably the green. It's seeping into their fucking brain.
Yeah, honestly.
If you look at the nasal passages of Chicago residents, it's fentanyl and just green shit. Like, Chicago Bears fans suck. They suck.
So do the Vikings.
So do the
Packers.
Vikings, and so do the Packers.
Vikings fans are soft. Packers are snooty.
Vikings fans are soft. Very like the softest, cringiest fan base I've ever seen. Packers fans are the uppity. Oh, we're better than you. We're the Green Bay Packers. We don't have an owner.
Yep.
Yeah, like fuck the Packers. Bears fans are just idiots. Like just dumb people.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah, like just extremely dumb people.
It's crazy too because it's not like a country hick type of place.
No.
All right, it's
the
a
Bears.
city. It's the Bears.
They were,
but they act like
notoriously
country hick.
big dumb idiots.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm not gonna say we're not big dumb idiots because we are, but you guys are just worse.
Also, to self-admit, the guy does kind of look like me. I'm not gonna lie. I see the picture in Slack if you guys want to see.
Okay,
No, I mean, it's Meeski. I don't know.
It's Easky.
It's Easky. I sent that
Dude,
picture.
you should go. Oh,
What, as Drewski?
no, the next
hair.
should have been Records is in Detroit. We should have tried to fucking pull some strings to get you in there.
Well, Gentry kept telling us to go up there. We kept texting me. He's like, you and Spinney go up there. You and Spinney go up there. But
Gentry doesn't text me.
Damn.
he texts me every once in a while.
Cool. Thanks, Gentry.
Must be nice.
Thought we were booth boys. Thought we did chest bumps.
We just rip a line off each other's chests.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right,
Exactly what I meant.
This is Easy's alias, apparently.
That's a white guy. That dude's white.
Is that Travis?
Yeah.
He looks like Travis and Easy if they had a baby. Shout out Eduardo O'Neal. That
Jesus.
that looks like That looks like you and Travis combined.
Thank you. I don't know what to say to that.
I mean, congratulations.
What are your expectations for David Montgomery? I'm sorry, not David Montgomery. God damn it, that sucks.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs as a lead back for the Detroit Lions.
I expect him to be an absolute menace to everybody in the NFL. Like, we know what Jahmyr Gibbs is. We've seen what Jahmyr Gibbs can do with 10 carries. Imagine him getting 20.
Yeah.
You know, I expect him to go out there and just be an absolute monster because that's exactly who he is. He's one of the best, most explosive running backs in the NFL. And now with this increased workload, he's going to have more and more opportunities to break one for 70 yards. So I expect Jahmyr Gibbs to fully accept this role and to just absolutely eat.
I'm with you. I know it hasn't looked pretty like the past 2 weeks. Dan Campbell kind of spoke of that in his last presser, not the one today, but the one previously. And he's like, some of them guys just missing their blocks in the back end. And unfortunately, we've been so fucking good that, like, we're not used to those kind of things. So I'm scratching my head wondering what's going on. But to hear DC say that, I find comfort that we're going to find that again.
He's had a bad game, man. Just had a bad game.
But I'm talking about the run game and difference. 2 weeks in a row, though, we haven't been able to get going. So it was a little bit concerning.
Well, the Packers were selling out. Completely selling out to stop the run.
The Bills did too, actually.
The Bills did too, and
the Bills had 9 guys in the box at certain points.
And we were missing blocks, and the offensive line wasn't playing well. And I mean, we saw that if you sell out, Jared Goff's just going to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns on you.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that. And honestly, there were a lot of impressive throws, including the one that J-Mo dropped.
He made
that was
some
a holding play
nice
on.
throws in
He
that
had
game.
one like 6-yard bomb. That one, I guess Amon-Ra on his podcast said that one was actually tipped, but still, it looks sexy. But when Jordan Love does it, you guys hate it. Whatever. Anyway, that didn't happen until like that fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't happen to like if it were like stride for stride, like okay, it's 14-14, 21-21. Like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like, we're fucking ripping and rolling. It was a Matthew Stafford-esque 494. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But still, he got it done.
He did it against the Packers,
bad.
though.
Huh?
He did it against the Packers. He went out there and he was slanging the thing around the field.
He wasn't even slanging it, though. That was like fucking boop, boop,
I mean,
boop,
that's
boop,
what
boop.
he's got to do. He's picking teams
right.
apart. What do you want him? Do you want him to throw 60 yards every time? No, he's going to take what the defense gives him.
No, I'm just not going to sit here and pretend like it was a fucking slanging that thing, you know. But he does what he does. He does it goddamn well. He does it. Like I have no problem with it. And the thing I love about him lately, consistently now too, on the run.
He's moving.
Yeah, when shit's breaking down, he's been able to get out of the pocket, not just get out of the pocket and survive, get out of the pocket and thrive.
Yeah.
And that's been like completely foreign to Jared Goff throughout his career. I was gonna say me watching him. No, that's everyone. That's new to him, and it's been asked about of him from Ben Johnson.
He's been picking up first downs with his legs. He's been surviving, moving out of the pocket, waiting, delivering the ball. We saw that throw to Tim Patrick on the run. That was very impressive. He made another throw on the run a couple games ago. I forget who it was against, where he was rolling to his right. He just put it out there, dude. Yeah, Jared Goff he's taken his game up another level this year.
And we're going to need that to continue if we want to actually compete for the Super Bowl. Following decimation of this team. Although this team is still very, very, very good. We lost the game, but it's not like we lost the game to the freaking Shanghai Sushis.
Yes.
You know, we lost the game to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
One of the top 4 teams in the NFL right now. And we lost players along the way, too. Like, it's not, I don't know. I'm not out of the Detroit Lions at all. I'm just not as confident in, flipping my middle finger up, telling everybody we'd rather be Super Bowl champions. It's definitely going to be a road tested, but I think it's definitely one that we get best. We heard Dan Campbell the other day rallying the troops, and obviously the message got through. Amon-Ra, did you listen to his podcast today?
I listened to the start. It sounded like he had a career game when he was sick as a dog.
Yeah, he had food poisoning the night before.
And he was pissed about that fumble. He should be pissed about it. Like, he doesn't fumble the ball like that. He doesn't make those mistakes. It's so weird to see him make an actual mistake in a game because he's Mr. Obviously not Nick Lindstrom, but he's Mr. Perfect when it comes to the football field. He does not make mistakes, and you saw him in this game. That's why it was so surprising from a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that part sucked. But real quick on Gibbs, Easy. I'm expecting 125 yards total every single game, combined rushing and receiving, and I'm expecting a touchdown.
Yeah.
That is bare minimum of what I expect from Jahmyr Gibbs, putting the team on his back with his running mate Monty now out. That's what I expect. He was a top 12 overall pick. You picked him to be an absolute weapon. Now he has to be a weapon and a workhorse for that matter.
Absolutely. 507 altogether says Tabitha Gable. All right, I'll say this. I saw somebody else say too. 494 yards, 5 touchdowns, not slinging it. He was slinging it, but not in the sense of all game, stride for stride with the league's MVP. Like it was, I think somebody else put in there too. Goff admitted it was empty calories. Like I'm happy to have seen him do it and know there weren't any turnovers, there weren't any like super ugly plays.
And he's making some nice throws.
He was making some nice throws. Like I'm proud of the effort and I'm proud of him because it did look good, but it was in like fucking the fourth quarter when they were already up 20 points. That's all I'm saying with it. JG's having a phenomenal year. He just now. I don't even see he exited the MVP conversation. He just knocked himself out of the top 3.
He's second in
yards.
Second in yards in Lions history already.
Oh yeah, just past. I think The guys with the curse on us. Can't think of it right off the top of my head, but yeah.
Bobby Lane.
Bobby Lane.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's second in yards in NFL too.
Yep. Behind
Shot Chef JG.
Joe Burrow, I think.
Yep. Touchdowns. I think he's fourth in touchdowns. Let's go to break. Come back though. We'll talk about that and more. Before, were you gonna say something else, Nick? But first, tell us
about KDK.
About KDK Law. I'll tell you about KDK Law. Kevin and
Divorce.
Catherine right here in Birmingham, Michigan.
Divorce.
Give them a call and they'll hook you guys up right now. 248-971-0476. We're dealing with family law issues, child custody, visitation, or criminal law. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law got your back. Scan the QR code, dial 248-971-0476. And also, Jaws Cannabis. 27 locations across the great state of Michigan.
How you doing?
Including ones going to Grand Rapids, Milan, and Madison Heights. Is Jaw Cannabis. Visit jawcannabis.com for more info.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
The live watch party and the post-game show here at Woodward Sports live at Hayes Social, so make sure you go out and check us. It's going to be a lot of fun this weekend as we stomp the Bears. Come out and join the heavyweights for the watch party. And Stick and Hanson, as always, for the post-game show. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodward Sports. Make sure you smash that like button.
Smeesh.
For Chris, for Nick, I am Spencer, RIP Easy. He has spontaneously combusted, and he is no longer with us.
Food poisoning.
We hardly knew you. Yeah. He saw that picture of Trav, and he went to fight him, I guess. I don't know. But we have a heavyweight huddle for you guys. NFL Playoffs edition. Nick, let's get it started.
Let's roll, fellas. Yeah, Easy will be back in a sec here. All right, I'm going to start this one off with, we're going to tell you about the matchup, as in the 1 seed versus the 1 seed. We're going to ask some questions about this, and we're going to see how it goes. Who would win in a game right now? The Lions or the Chiefs on a
neutral field?
On a neutral field. Yeah. Heavyweight bout real quick. Just match this, let's start this off.
Lions versus Chiefs on a neutral field right now.
Some would say New Orleans, maybe.
New Orleans right now.
Where they play the Super Bowl later this year.
Lions versus Chiefs. Oh, man, that's tough. Because both teams, like, obviously the Lions have looked much better than the Chiefs so far this year, but they obviously have dealt with a lot of injuries. Mahomes is he out? Yeah, is he not playing?
Battling the ankle injury.
Battling the ankle injury.
I don't think they announced him out yet.
The mobility might not be there. He's a little banged up. The Chiefs have not been performing well. I'd go with the Lions. It's close, man. It is close because, like, we talk about the Chiefs. They I know it's cliche, but they have found a way to win all season, and that is what good teams do. The Lions are a good team as well, even though they're undermanned. Mahomes being injured, I think, would be too much for the Chiefs to overcome because they've relied a lot this year on him getting out of the pocket, on him extending drives and extending plays by rushing and getting first downs and running down the sidelines. So I don't know if he'd be able to do that with the ankle injury currently.
Full participant at practice.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'm going to stick with mine. He's still hurt.
All right. Chris?
Yeah, I'm just going to say he's hurt too. No, it makes me feel better. But, yeah, it's a mobility thing. If his mobility is limited, I like the Lions' chances because, honestly, as rough as this Lions defense looked against the Bills, it was a lot of because of Josh Allen making those heroic plays
Mahomes
where he was extending.
Too,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it goes back to the mobility. If Mahomes is able to be mobile, he can do those things. And yes, that's trouble for the Lions. But if he's in any way hindered, I do like the Lions' chances to do what they need to do to get by and get the win. But it would be a close game. It would be a shootout for me.
I just don't want to see Mahomes or Josh Allen again.
I don't either.
If we don't see Mahomes or Josh Allen again, I like our odds.
Yeah.
But you're probably going to see one of those two guys.
Exactly. We should power rank the quarterbacks one day of you know,
we really
those are the two scariest guys in the league. Like
They
even
have to
Mahomes on a bad year, he does what Josh Allen did to us last weekend. That's what Mahomes has been doing his whole career.
Yeah, he just runs
Plus,
around and makes plays.
He's been hindered in the playoffs before with that ankle, and he's still won Super
still
Bowls.
won games. Yes,
Exactly.
and Super
So
Bowls.
I'm going with the Chiefs here, fellas. Just too many injuries to this Lions defense. I would take the Chiefs. But what is the biggest question mark with this Chiefs team besides Mahomes' ankle?
Oh, their offensive line. I mean, you got to look at that. Mahomes has been running around for his life, and he's been getting beat up a lot. And the one Super Bowl that they've been to in the Mahomes era that they lost was because they didn't have an offensive line, and Mahomes had to run for his life.
Facts.
So I think when you look at that, that's got to be the biggest question mark on their team. Yeah.
Who will be the biggest X factor for the next 3 games for the Detroit Lions on defense to keep the 1 seed? The next 3 games for this Detroit Lions team. X factor on defense.
The X factor on defense.
I got one. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
For me, it's Zadarius Smith. I need Zadarius Smith to not play more than 43%. Was it 43% of the snaps, I think?
Something like that.
Something like that. I need him to play more, and I need him to be as impactful as he possibly can because that pressure to the defensive line is everything. That stops the run. That also makes them have to throw those deep balls, and that's where our secondary makes the plays. So to me, it's got to be Zadarius Smith. We need pressure on the quarterback. They can't have all the time in the world.
You about to cry there at the end? Jesus, dude.
No,
It's not
just
that serious.
it's emotional.
Little birthday tears. I'm not going to go with Zadarius Smith. That was the first thing that popped into my mind, though, but I see it in the chat from Xavier D and Rich Baldwin. I'm going Terrion Arnold. You know what you got out of Kirby Joseph. You know what you got out of Brian Branch. Those guys are all pros. They're going to be all pros. Terrion Arnold needs to step up because with Carlton Davis going down, he is the best cornerback you have. And they're going to attack him. They're going to throw at him. They're going to avoid your all-pro safeties as much as possible. So Terrion Arnold would be the guy I need to step up the most.
I don't hate it. All right, real quick. Easy. Who wins in New Orleans right now? Lions or the Chiefs?
Lions.
All right, I like it. All right, who wins in New Orleans right now? The 2 seeds here, fellas. The Eagles or the Bills?
The Bills. The Bills. The way they stopped the Lions running game, if they could limit Saquon Barkley like that at all, they would dominate the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Josh Allen he is
a superhero.
This is one of the best quarterbacking seasons like I've ever seen. What he's doing, man. What he did against the Lions was scary. It actually put fear into me. Like I'm not even joking. Like I wake up like because I see Josh Allen just standing there.
Probably doing the same for
60 yards down the field.
And this Bills team has shown resolve that the Eagles did not last season. So yeah, I'm riding with the Bills in this one.
All right,
and they got a White Walker in their defensive backfield.
Yeah, they do.
Like he came back from the dead. Now he's
he was out last game,
and he's starting, dude. Imagine DeMar Hamlin being like, imagine DeMar Hamlin reading his NFL script. Yeah, you're gonna die on the field, but then you're gonna be a starter.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's got like 3 or 4 interceptions this season too.
All right, fellas, real quick. Momentum building with the Eagles. Do you trust Jalen Hurts to win throwing the ball if the Eagles can't run the ball? Kind of like what you were saying, Spencer.
No, absolutely not. I've talked about this before with Jalen Hurts. He's not good at leveling his throws. He's not good at using touch and putting the little flutter on balls that you see other guys do to fit it in between a safety and a linebacker. He's got a good deep ball, and he's very athletic. We know, he squats like 700 pounds or whatever it is. But if you can make them one-dimensional, like you like your odds going with Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 40, 50 times.
Yeah, I kind of was winning that one. I don't think Hurts is good at layering the ball. He's a home run hitter. He gets you in those throws. He can make plays with his legs, find guys open. This year, the past 2 years, it's been like bad. It's been like weird. It's far cry from where he was that MVP candidacy season when he finished number 2.
Yeah, good thing I had him in fantasy that year and haven't drafted him since.
I tried getting him this year. I mean, he's still getting touchdowns for tush pushes. But, yeah, I don't think Jalen Hurts, he's a fall from grace.
86 points the Bills defense has given up the last 2 weeks. Does it cost them a Super Bowl?
No. I mean,
does their defense cost them a Super Bowl?
If something is going to cost them the Super Bowl, yes, it'll be their defense because it's not going to be Josh Allen, the Bills.
Yeah.
But you got that big, I wanted to say it, that big cousin over there that could just do no wrong this year. Like, so if your defense gives up 30, it's like, okay, he's going to go score 35. Like, yeah, if you get into a shootout like you did against the Rams, that could cost you for sure. But they just need to make one play and give Josh Allen the ball more than their defense sees, the field, and they win.
It's just crazy. Everyone was like kind of like pissing on him in the offseason. Like the same was going to happen to Josh Allen without Stephon Diggs. It feels like Stephon made him worse.
This is the best year of his career by far.
Like now he's spreading the ball around.
Yeah.
And Stafford, in my opinion, was kind of crippled by Calvin Johnson in a way, just because you had a guy who had the catch span of 2-car garage, so you can be inaccurate. You can't just throw it up there and you don't have to catch it. And Stafford really only threw to Calvin Johnson.
Shout out Sports Science.
Very often, yeah. Shout out Sports Science. I missed that. Wish they still had enough bread to run that show.
That was a dope show.
But then you saw him when Calvin leaves. Now Stafford's spreading the ball a little bit more, But I think that's what Josh Allen's going through right now.
So is
Ty Johnson was a fucking leading receiver last week.
You remember Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah.
That show is sweet.
There's an American
version. Where they test all the weapons and like...
Oh, on Spike? Yeah.
They'd like cut like these like pigs in half with swords, and then they do like simulations of like a knight versus a pirate.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Those are still scattered across YouTube.
Yeah, that show is fucking sweet.
I remember watching like Mythbusters and like shop class and
Mythbusters was great too. How it's made.
Mythbusters was fire.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mythbusters was good until
it had good episodes.
Oh,
when it was the 2 guys,
it
was good. But then when the others took over, the one girl was kind of hot. But
next question.
Let's go to break.
Quick break.
Wrap it up.
I got a boatload real quick.
You got more, or do we go to the birthday boy? He's got a segment too.
Yeah, we'll do the birthday boy segment.
Yeah. All right,
he's earned it.
You've earned it, kid.
You get a shekel today, Chris.
Gold star.
Let's go
Put
break.
it on your fridge.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can work out in a judgment-free atmosphere. You can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month, or upgrade to the Black Card, get you some amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and all that good stuff. Planet Fitness. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
When you give to the Salvation Army, your donation makes it possible to serve our community's most vulnerable 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The Salvation Army of Metro Detroit's 2024 Red Kettle Campaign fundraising goal is $7 million. Your contributions will help provide love beyond Christmas to individuals in need of food, shelter, and compassion. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to donate.sagreatlakes.org to donate. All right, well, you know, it's Chris's birthday today, so it's time to wake up the Gimp.
Rich
Get the
Baldwin.
Gimp.
I know how to get one of those for myself. But when you find out, let me know.
A goth hooker? Yeah.
Like, where you find that?
I'll test drive it before Chris.
Yeah, I got to test drive it. Make sure everything's safe.
Thanks, guys. You're my best friends here.
Yeah, no problem. So what are you going to talk about?
All right, so I was
Jesus,
that was crazy.
Okay. NBA trade deadline's coming up.
It was a joke, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a joke. No, my friend and I, we joke. Yeah. We joke. We kid. I'm joking. All right, so I thought about going about this many different ways. NBA trade season kicks off this week, and so there have been a lot of rumors floating around. So I just kind of looked at the trade market of teams that suck and narrowed down a top 10 list of targets I'd like to see the Pistons go for that I think are semi-realistic.
So you think they're going to buy at the deadline?
I'm saying that if they go this way, these are players that are obtainable, and buying might not necessarily mean giving up assets. I'll explain. So here is my list. So number 10, I got Cam Thomas. I mean, dude is a bucket. Brooklyn is going nowhere. They've shown that they are open to trading him. They are not necessarily committed to him long term. And the Pistons, look, when the offense gets stagnant,
oh, you made it cry.
A guy like shout out Lentz for that. And Cam Thomas is a guy that can get you a bucket. He's averaging 24 a game. He's averaging 24 a game. I don't know what that's going to cost you, so I'm a little bit scared of that. But if you can get him, if Brooklyn's just like, we don't want to pay him, we're trying to start over, build from scratch, I think that's a guy you get. Number 9. Now this guy and another teammate of his are on this because Jimmy Butler is on the trade block in Miami. And I think that the Pistons can get in as a third team. And so you don't necessarily have to give up a lot to get a player, but you can get a quality player like Terry Rozier here, a guard that shoots well from 3. I think he would. I like what Sasser's giving us, but this would obviously be a souped-up version of that. The Pistons just need more shooting, man, and I like having a veteran guard. I know that's not the biggest concern, as you can tell by the rest of this list, but I like Terry Rozier. Number 8, I got Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz. This guy's averaging 2.8 blocks. He is sneaky athletic, the poster child for sneaky athletic. But, I mean, look, if you tell me a Duren for Kessler and something trade, you have my interest. Because I think Duren has a higher ceiling than Kessler. I think Kessler is just a rim-protecting center. But rim protection is desperately needed for this defense. And Kessler at averaging 2.8 blocks per game and limited minutes, losing minutes at times to John Collins. I like a guy like Kessler. They don't seem committed to him long term. And I think maybe a Duren for Kessler and something swap, I think you'd be speaking my language if you could get a little something. I may even be talked into just doing that straight up. That's how much I like his rim protection. Number 7, I got Cameron Johnson. Obviously, you know the Pistons were linked to him in free agency. He's shooting 44% from 3 this season. He is absolutely shooting lights out. He's played 22 games, so the durability part is there. But that's why he's lower on my list, is because although Brooklyn probably wants to get rid of him at the same time, I don't trust his durability for a full season. But he's stretch 4, and that's what we need. You give him the Tobias Harris minutes. You give Cade another shooter like that next to Hardaway, next to Beasley, next to Asar, however you want to play those lineups, that's a lot of shooting. That's a lot of shooting for Cade to operate. And then 6 and 5 are the same thing. To me,
backup point guard, yeah.
backup point guard, but both shooting 40% or higher from three. Aaron Holiday and Jose Alvarado. Alvarado's a great defender. Pelicans aren't going anywhere. Aaron Holiday is an extra guy on Houston that's looking to make moves. They have way too many good players for their rotation. So Aaron Holiday shooting on 2 attempts. So it's a small dosage, but he's shooting 40% from three. So I like him as a guard you can add. And number 4, you see kind of where I'm going with this list as we go up. Haywood Highsmith of the Miami Heat. Again, if they are giving up players in a Jimmy Butler trade, that is a guy I would target, a wing that can shoot the ball from three. I really like that. He's a high-energy guy.
Haywood Highsmith sounds like a fake name they make up in 2K when you go like real. 6 years in year two.
Yeah. He went to the UCLA or whatever generic college they throw him. Yeah, for sure. They throw him on the end of all classic teams.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But no, he's a good wing. Number 3, John Collins. John Collins is shooting the blood out the ball. He's playing good this year. He's averaging 18 points per game. You're not committed to him long term.
What's shooting the blood out of the ball?
He is shooting. Let me pull up in my notes here. But he is shooting well from three. He's a guy that I really like for this team. He can play the 4 or the 5. And look, more shooting at the front court, I think, allows and unlocks minutes for guys like Asar and Holland, who I think are both long-term projects for the Pistons, but also players that I think can contribute right now if they're playing around the right players. So
43.5% from three.
Yep, 44% from three. On
3.3.
On 3.3, yep.
Damn, all right.
So he's shooting.
I like that.
He's shooting very well. And speaking of shooting well, Nikola Vucevic, you know what this man's shooting from three this year?
52%.
48% on 4.5 attempts.
That's close.
He is shooting the blood out the ball.
That's crazy.
Get him, give Cade that. I love the pairing of Stu and Vucevic, not together, but having them as like, okay, if we want to play defense, we get Stu in. If we want to go 5-out offense, get Vucevic in. I think Vucevic is a guy that, although he's old, he's not going to be on the Pistons' long-term plans. I think that's a guy right now that if Chicago's just dumping, trying to get rid of these players, I think you make that call on Vucevic. I like that a lot. And then number 1, Dorian Finney-Smith of the Brooklyn Nets. This guy is shooting 45% from three on, I believe, 8 attempts. Let me check that right now. It's in my notes. But this guy is shooting the ball very, very well from three, and he's also an elite defender. Back in his Dallas days, he was the go-to wing defender. So if you give me a 3-and-D wing, a guy that would fit perfectly in JB Bickerstaff's rotation, because it seems like the type of players that play in JB's rotation well are defenders. It seems like if you're a guy like Tech, who you're not necessarily a defender, even though your offense somehow seems to disappear under JB as well. So this is a guy that does both. Dorian Finney-Smith, I like this guy a lot. Get him on Detroit. That's where I'm at with it.
I like that list, Chris. I do. I think the two that make me the most excited are John Collins and Vucevic. Like, you need a stretch 5 for Cade. Like, Cade is on a generational run of playmaking right now. Like, he is doing everything he can to find open shooters, and they're knocking it down. So if you add another guy to that, and it's not like Vucevic or John Collins are bad defensively. I mean, they're not great. Like, they're not great, but neither is Jalen Duren. So I like Walker Kessler too a lot, because that's the complete opposite of getting a stretch 5. I guess it's getting a guy who's going to protect the rim and he's going to catch some lobs. So I think the upgrade needs to be at the center spot if you're looking for.
So that's your primary over,
my over shooting guard, over, unless you can find a stretch 4 and get rid of Tobias.
So that's why Dorian was my 1. I value the Tobias replacement more than the Duren replacement. But those are both the two most essential needs. You need a center that can either shoot or rim protect. Duren can do neither right now, and that's the problem. He has to be able to do one. I don't see him shooting the ball anytime soon.
He can't even score. So, he had 9 points the other day.
Exactly. You give Vucevic, a guy who's averaging 20 a game. Like,
if you give Vucevic, you'd make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Like, just flat out. If you got Vucevic and added him to this team, you'd make the playoffs.
And I mean, Cade got a career high in assists, 18 assists. Imagine if you give this guy more offensive
Another
weapons.
Shooter,
dude.
And the lane would be wide open for when Ivy comes back.
Yep.
If you could do 3 out with Cade and Ivy on the perimeter. Never mind. Don't want Vucevic. It's going to make Ivy look good. Never mind. Give me the shooting guards. Give me Cam Thomas.
Is Cam Thomas real? Exactly.
Cam Thomas is a real.
They don't want to extend him.
He doesn't want to be in Brooklyn.
No, it's the other way around. He just wants a bag, and Brooklyn's not really willing to offer him a bag. So he's like, "Go get me a bag."
We're not going to give him a bag though.
He's like a foundational piece at all.
He is a
absolute bucket.
Yeah.
And you see at times when this Pistons offense just outside of Cade can't do anything. That's a guy that obviously can get a bucket at an elite level. Now he doesn't fit with Cade per se, but that's just an absolute bucket getter that you would need down the stretch. He's a great ISO player.
Shit, 38% from 3. I don't know how he is catching shoot, though.
But he's shooting low volume from 3. He mainly operates in the mid-range.
That's 7 attempts, 38%.
It's 7?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way higher than I thought.
No, yeah, he's fucking wetting it this year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bucket, dude.
I was surprised he dropped in the draft. Honestly, I would have liked to take a shot on him.
Cam Thomas is a bucket. Well, it's because he plays no defense at all.
Well, he balled. I mean, even who does in the NBA at this point?
Asar Thompson, the bane of your existence.
Nick,
can he knock down a 3?
Yeah,
just kidding.
You can, Nick. We've already been through this.
Okay, we already talked about it since the last game. We already talked about it. Fellas, John Collins, can he actually play the 5 though?
No.
So
and I'm not even in love with John Collins that much either, too, because I feel like he should have fit better alongside Trey than he did.
Well,
but Trey is not shooting the ball well.
He's not the playmaker that Cade is.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Trey Hendricks over in Utah because he's a shooting.
No,
when he was with Trey Young.
Oh yeah. No, I like John Collins, especially if you do. Dude, him and Cody Williams are shooting terrible from 3.
I thought Hendricks broke. Didn't Hendricks break his leg?
I think he did, but before that, he was shooting 25% from 3, and Cody Williams is shooting 18%. It's bad. But
what kind of loser wanted Cody Williams?
Yeah, glad nobody wanted him.
Yeah, glad nobody here wanted him. That's for
easy. Sure. So John Collins to me and Nick too. Like, I think you could pair him well with Asar even too. Even though that's undersized a bit, I think Asar is obviously with his rim protection. I think you could get away with John Collins with the roster around. Easy. Of that list, who are you looking at, or are you just saying the Pistons hold firm and just don't give up anything? Because I think these guys wouldn't cost a lot. None of these guys.
I mean, honestly, bro, I might put you on Simon again and just look at who's most realistic. Because I like all these names in terms of like acquiring to like fit or at least like to add to your team to make them better. I don't know if they're trying to do that this year with that extra like space they have in the roster, not filling it. I think they're truly trying to be the third party in another trade. I don't think they're looking to compete this year, other than if they do make it organically.
That's how the Cavs got Jared Allen. They just got him for free, basically.
Exactly.
So that's why those Heat players and those Brooklyn players, because Brooklyn is weirdly just like, we're gonna star hunt. I don't know why they're gonna tank and star hunt at the same time, but there's been reports there, and some of those guys they're just looking to get rid of for assets, but. Miami, Terry Rozier, Haywood Highsmith, these are guys that would be high in your Pistons rotation. I like that for them. So I think those are guys you could get without giving up anything. And then look, if you are ready to have the conversations of moving off of Ivy or Duren, I think Ivy or Duren gets you almost anybody on this list, or probably anybody on this list.
Yeah, for sure.
And then some.
And then some. So again, that goes to, if you want to have that discussion, I'm for it. But
dude, the Vooch thing is, I would do it. I would trade Jalen Duren for Vooch and something. Because if you have Jalen Duren on this team right now, you see what's happening. You have Vucevic to this team, you're in the playoffs.
The problem is you got to commit to one, either shooting at the center or defending at the center.
And with Ron Holland and Asar Thompson at your 4, I'm committing to shooting at the center.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, that's the problem with Duren, is that he doesn't provide the team like a real direction
Vooch
at
isn't
center.
A terrible defense. He's not.
No,
good.
he's not. He's not.
He's not good.
He's also an elite rebounder, which really does help because Duren's
and he
rebounding
cooks the
is
Pistons.
important. Yeah.
So
getting him off the Pistons like playing list, that's nice. But easy. I do think all of these are realistic. I think they're all possible. They're all gettable. I don't think it would cost you an arm and a leg. And again, it depends on if you're ready to have the discussion of some of those young guys.
Because you got to pay those young guys too coming up soon. Are you going to give Jalen Duren a max contract?
Both of them are extension eligible after this offseason.
Ivy, you look at probably. But
what's Tobias making?
$26 million a year.
26.
Yes, dude. Jalen Duren's going to ask for at least that.
Tobias making 26?
$26 million a year.
What the fuck?
2 years, $52 million.
Oh God, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like Cameron Thomas or Cameron Johnson's contract, and I'm like,
I do that. Let's go to break, come back real quick, and do a couple mailbag questions before we sign off. But first, let me tell you about New Holland Brewing Company and Taller Long Drink. They're a local, delicious long drink. It is made with real grapefruit puree and New Holland gin brewed here in Michigan. So support local and just enjoy the best canned cocktail you have with New Holland Brewing Company and Taller Long Drink.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts, Woodward Sports.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Support local and enjoy great coffee with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Locally sourced specialty coffee dropped off right at your doorstep. Make sure you subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order.
Would you say Matthew Stafford became a better quarterback after Calvin Johnson?
Oh, almost.
A better quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He kind of took, he had the safety valve of Calvin Johnson. You take that away, he becomes a better quarterback. Yeah.
Cool. Nick,
what's up?
You think
Nick's on one today, dude.
Dude, he is.
you think Stafford was a better quarterback fall after Calvin Johnson?
I think he just grew up, honestly. Like he adapted and, he became more of a team player where he's not just chucking it down the field. So I guess I would say yes. I think he grew everything besides just having the deep arm downfield to Calvin. He had to really develop the rest of his game.
I guess it's the point I was just trying to make. Wilson's struggling with it for some reason. I was making sure I wasn't a crazy guy. Tis all.
Speaking about the Rams, there was a question on them real quick. I mean, they're looking kind of dangerous again, fellas.
They are dangerous.
You guys scared of that first round matchup or the second round matchup if the Rams are coming into Ford Field again?
I mean, you got to be worried about it a little bit because of what Stafford did to that Buffalo defense, man. He torched them. And you got Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp both healthy. Kyron Williams is playing well. All those young defenders are playing well on their D-line for sure. Would I take the Lions to win? Yeah, I would take the Lions to beat the Rams, but they're going to be a scary team. They're going to knock somebody off. I could see it happening.
They did that, and then they played the San Fran and won the sloppy game, where it was just a trash game. So
San Fran's kind of pooped, though.
They did it both ways.
I think where you're at with the Lions is you have to be confident but have appropriate fear. Like, I think that earlier in the season, it was fair and justified to walk into every game thinking you're going to blow them out by 20 points like Spencer did. I think that was pretty, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility. It wasn't crazy. You weren't a madman. But now I think you have to have appropriate fear. You can still have confidence that you can beat these teams like the Rams, like the Vikings, like the Eagles, but there has to be an appropriate level of fear now given the state of the roster. That's where I think you should be at if you're a Lions fan.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
do the Wings win tonight?
I hope so. We'll see. If the line might be rusty, but they're at home. They shouldn't have lost to Philly in Philly. Philly's not that good, man. So they should be able to win. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spenny. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Peace.